idea if I'm live or not. I go to a different. All right. Am I live? You guys hear me? J-Fix, I see you're in here. Rusty Russ. I messaged Nano. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's all good if he doesn't. I don't know if people want to see me. Okay, I am live. Welcome back to my stream, whoever's in here. I'm just gonna do a little electronic repair. Working on I fabricated this bracket yesterday to help me hold this board in my little pizza oven. They want to see your scope. Who wants to see my scope? This thing? Basically, this is a copy of AliExpress out of a piece of scrap metal I had at work. So that hole there, that was in there already when I started. But where we left off with this was it was not glitching, but I was told that I should probably put a RGH3 on it and see what happens. So maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna move stuff around. Give me a second here, guys. Hopefully we're not dropping frames. It looks like chat's showing up on screen. Does the mic sound all right, guys? I think I raised the volume a little bit. Is that too loud? We'll find out. But actually, I don't have the pizza oven on right now. I just wanted to show you guys this. This is going to be another day. I'm going to show you how this works real quick. Because actually, I think I'm missing. I got some washers that I'm missing. Basically, you got these standoff pack bought from Amazon. It's got all different. You got M4, M3s, and M2 size threads. And what I did was I threaded the holes. So we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 holes here, and then along the outside of the board, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be sitting on here. Let's take this fan off. So again, you guys missed my last stream. This has an OG Cool Runner 3 on it. This is one that I did a long time ago that would boot up to an E82 Air. So I still ended up RGHing it and got all the stuff done, but it never ran. Oh look, the lid just came off with that. Ace was telling me I should delid that, so now let's delid it. I never that was my first delid of a CGPU or whatever. I wonder if that's for me heating it up too much. I don't know if it's messed up or not. Doesn't look bad. So let's get back to my standoff setup here. What I'm going to use is the M3. It's going to go in these guys. Maybe I didn't realize this. These screws are a little long. They stick out the back. But as long as they all stick out, it should be fine. But you can see it. But without the screw sticking out, this is somewhat flat. There we go. Pretty much flat. Proper D-lid. Yeah, what's up, Rusty? Happy birthday, buddy. I feel like I want to listen to the music. I should get the music going better where I could listen to it too. It's really quiet to me in here. Let's see. So I need what? 4 more of these guys. Music level good, thank you. All right, so this kit came with just enough of these guys. Let's see, I put in 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it came with 10 of them, and I only needed 9. So again, now you can see how that's going to hold the board. And hopefully this fits. I didn't actually check this. We're gonna see if I mess this up. I might have to make a new one. Looks like everything lines up. See how those holes line up? And what we're gonna do is, I don't have them on me now, and I actually left them at work. What's the plan for the board? Another reball? Yeah, I believe I gotta redo this reball, but I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna just flash the original NAND back to this thing, and then start from scratch. I think, but I don't have my preheater going or anything right now, so that's gonna be another day. The real project today is gonna be, I got a PS5 here that I bought off eBay. I'm gonna UART it, show you guys the codes I'm getting. I'm getting Wi-Fi issues. So Wi-Fi chips finally came in from AliExpress. This one I haven't documented my repair on this. I think I made videos of it, but it wasn't live. But basically all I did was I took it apart and read the codes, and that's where I'm at. So really not much to it. But I've never worked with liquid metal before, so that is still on there. I don't know if I need to clean that before I do anything, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's finish showing off my sweet bracket here. Yeah, Rusty, I've been watching all your streams, buddy. The last one I watched, you were working on an eBay switch. It was like the last one or something, that where the chip or the capacitor came off on the APU or whatever, and you were trying to fix that. Did you ever get that thing working yet or not? Because you said you were probably going to come back to it. Okay, there's one screw. How many screws? Okay, it came with 30 screws, so I definitely got screws. We're just seeing if they fit. But I do have, I ordered washers. I'm going to put a washer underneath and a washer on top. And in order to do that, I ordered M3 studs that are going to stick out of these standoffs. And that's going to help me hold those down. Right now, I'm not screwing these down tight. Oh man, that one, no, the pads are, oh. Yeah, I was rooting for you on that one. But I enjoy watching. Like, I don't enjoy you having trouble with it, but the process, you know, seeing someone like me in a garage, it kind of helps me out, makes me feel more confident in my streaming and repairing, just knowing that not everyone, you know, there's guys, we got guys on here that can fix 5 laptops in 3 hours, and it's amazing. That's what is that, Parts People Dell? Nathan, guy's amazing at fixing laptops. I could watch him all night too. He does really good streams. And then you got Ace Console Repairs. He's always streaming. He's good. He's always fixing stuff. You know, he goes through 5 or 6 consoles in 5 hours. I mean, the guy does it as a business, so. This is just Sloth Tech Garage Repairs. You know what? This ain't that bad. Everything lined up. So we got 1, 2. These are the main ones here. Those were actually a little bit bigger holes, I think. I was worried they wouldn't line up. But again, I really don't want to be squeezing on the board. We want the board to flex out. You know, we don't want it bending this way. We want it to, so we don't want these screws tight. So when I get the spacers or the washers in between here, when the washers go in between there, that's going to enable me to just basically snug these screws and very lightly, and that'll give it room to expand. How's the back look? Here's the back. So these are only sitting off, what is it, 6mm offset, I guess. I don't know how that will affect the heat transfer. I'm just trying to look at how flat this looks. Just going by eye, it looks pretty flat to me. I don't know if the camera shows. The camera might show like a little bow, but with no camera, I'd say it's flat. But that's that guy. You gotta sell those. I just might. Hey, the Quick 512. How you doing, buddy? That's a new name. I'm curious if I have my notifications set up correctly. If there's anybody new here, whether you want to subscribe or not, just hit the button, and if you don't want to subscribe, unsubscribe. I'm just curious if the damn thing works, because my last 2 streams, a couple people said they subscribed, and I'm like, I got no notification. So either I'm not even on Twitch, am I? Shit. I forgot to go live on Twitch. Let's see. Nathan has a warehouse of parts and donors, so he doesn't have to put anything to the side waiting for parts. Yes, that is nice that he has that. But I mean, the guy's been doing it for 20 years, he said, so he should have all that stuff. Okay, I should be live on Twitch now too. Wonder if I should just mess with this now. What do you guys think? Mess with this, or try and get a PlayStation 5 working? Because PlayStation 5 is I wanted to get better at reballing before I pulled the Wi-Fi chip off there, but I feel like I could do it. When people sub, they have a setting to enable to share the subs. If they don't have it enabled, it won't show up. Okay. PS5, that's what it. I was thinking PS5 too. I don't have my pizza oven ready either. But I gotta figure out how to UART it and stuff, and I don't know if that's gonna be a stream that anybody wants to watch me trying to figure out. But anyway, so yeah, Rusty, you're trying to get me to sell these things. I gotta see if it works first. But I mean, if I could get an order for 20 or 30 of them, it would be worth it for me to get it in production. But for just the one-off I did, it took me maybe 2 hours, and I did it all manually instead of on the CNC. But it's a little rough around the edges, but it should work. So hopefully when we heat the board up, these stands also are going to keep it from flexing, because I think the chip is not on there correctly. Let's get to the microscope and you'll see it. Yes, maybe you can see what I see. Maybe it's okay, but see how this side looks squished a lot more than the middle on this side, so it's kind of like the chip sitting there on an angle, and I think that was due to the board flexing. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from this side, but maybe there's just flux underneath. There's stuff underneath there. Maybe I didn't clean it out enough. Should I try and clean it? You know what? Let's heat it up and clean it and see what happens. Man, name shows as M Glare on Andy's stream, but Quick 512 on everybody else's streams. Okay. When people. Yeah, you see the squish there too? Yeah. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit and try and clean it. Let's see if that does anything. I already took these wires off though, so it's not gonna glitch. Let's go to the PS4. We're gonna set this to the side. Alright, we're going to the PS4. You guys get the gist of what's going on here. We'll come back to this. My perfectly de-lidded thing there. I don't... surprised that came off. I guess I need to clean all that off now and reapply That's something new for me. Let's put this to the side. Maybe we could play with my new toy I got. I'm Blair. Yeah, YouTube changed everyone's name for handle it. Confuse everybody. There we go. My new toy. Brand new, but it's like 15 years old. I bought it off a guy on Facebook Marketplace just last night for $350, and I still don't know if I got ripped off or not. It's a DSOX 2012A, and it works. I sort of tested it. I'm learning how to use it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos for the last 24 hours. I'll show you. Let's see if we could get a signal from something here. I'm gonna swap this camera to show it. But yeah, I mean, it's not that big. Compared to, I've been looking at ones on Facebook, like an old school one. Those things are huge. That's what I was originally gonna get, but they were also a lot cheaper. Let me see if I could. How do I make that bigger for you guys? There we go. Came with probes, which I don't know how to use. Maybe someone could tell me how to use it. What is all this stuff? I don't remember all these arrows on there before. Yes, we want English. Okay. But it's got a test point here. Hit auto scale. There you go. The sloth has some nice toys to play with. What's up, Mookie? Yeah, I got some toys that I don't know how to use. But I'm gonna learn. I have to. That's the goal. But we could change horizontal. Don't know what this does. Oh, that does that. It's got 2 different channels. But there's our square wave. And this has a demo 1 button. I put it on there. I don't know what it does. Auto scale? What is that? I don't know what demo 1 is. I feel like I'm missing something with that. Yeah, Russ, I like the name you gave it, Silly Scope. I'm gonna use that from now on, if you don't mind. My Silly Scope. Yo, bro, you fix TVs? No, I don't. I mainly, I mean, I could try. I try and fix anything I get my hands on. I like take apart and try and see how they work. But I got this. We could test we got a We got a crystal on the PS4 we could probably throw on here and see what happens. I don't know where it is. Or PS5 I meant, sorry. I think it's this guy. Let's put some power to this and see what happens. I'm gonna move some cameras around, sorry. And also, so there is software for this to get it up on the screen. I didn't even download it yet. I'm still, like I said, I just got it. This is the second time I ever turned the thing on. And I didn't get much time to play with it last night. Okay, we're at 12 volts. Let's see what happens here. How do I do this? I'm trying to think. You guys, is it easier with that small so you can see what I'm doing, or do you want to see the scope better? So we want flip this, and I think we want to test on this guy. So it came with this, so you got a ground clip, it's got this guy, and this comes off, comes with a point, came with a bag of goodies too, one for each probe, which I don't know what all that stuff is, but so I have two bags that are exactly the same, one for each probe. Does the crystal take 12? I have no idea. I'm not injecting voltage to the crystal. We're just we should just have standby voltages here, and I believe the crystal runs on standby. So what it should read, I don't even know. But I kind of remember seeing Toltec Merc check the crystal on one of these. So let's figure it out. Okay. Alright, so we got 12 volt going to the board. I'm just going to touch one side of this crystal. Is it doing anything? Or is it the middle? Oh, there we go. 32 kilohertz signal. You guys see that? Let's auto scale it. See what happens. Look at that. 32 kilohertz. There you go. 0.8 volts. I don't know how to see voltage on here. So we could read here. Definitely reading 32 kilohertz. So I guess you got to measure on the side of the crystal here. See, it's not. Let me get my scope to. I'm not sure what I'm measuring there. Yeah, so there's 2 points on each side, and then in the middle has a point on each side of it, and I guess one of those here. Go to the microscope so you can see. Sorry. And so if I probe right there, that gets me the signal, 32 kilohertz. Stupid new gens give up. Anyway, so let's get to UART in this thing. We're gonna put the silly scope away for now before I break it, because apparently there are ways to break them, and I didn't read up on how to break them, so I have a feeling I would figure it out when I don't want to. So let's silly scope away. Is there a power down thing, or do I just turn it off? Let's run stop. What is that? Look at all these buttons. All these buttons. Let's just turn it off. We're just gonna hit the power button. Alright, it's off. We're gonna... Sloth's gotta learn the scope yet. Unplug it. Make sure I'm not bringing my camera with me. So if anybody is watching this and they know anything about scopes, leave me a comment and please let me know if I got a good deal on that. It was $350, which I could not find a price online on that, except everything was like $800 to $2,000. It was, they're all expensive. So when I saw it for $350, I kind of jumped the gun without doing a lot of research. I did some chat GPT things to help me, and it kind of just said make sure it turns on. It said it's a great deal, but what I forgot to ask it was, is there something available for that price range that could do better or do more than this? And there was something on Amazon that popped up. It was like 200 megahertz for $380. So it was like $40 more, $30 more, and it went up to 200 megahertz. This only goes to 100. So I'm not sure how many megahertz I need. I kind of remember in my research it was saying you want at least 100 for console work and stuff. Again, I could test the crystal now. We got a working crystal. So back to our issue with this board. Bluetooth is what UART told me, and I'm going to just read it again just to double check. What did I even do with my UART reader? Darn it. My UART reader. How do you even, what do you say? 8 Agilent? Is that how you say that? We got Tyler. Expensive crystal tester, yes. Oh man, what did I do with my UART reader? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we got a EDM-032 PS5 motherboard here. I need to find where the UART connections are again. Here they are. Alright, so we found UART. Yo, hey, we got Nano in the house. What's up? Is Nanomites here? Is that what everyone? Is that what they call you? How we doing, Mr. Sloth? What's up, JFix? What's up, Nano? We got Rob Z, Xerix. Welcome to the stream. We're trying to finish this PS5 I got. That the UART. Originally, I thought it was SSD controller because I didn't know. Here from Zach stream. How do I tell how many people are here? I have no idea. It's the middle ones. Dave's unbranded. What's up, Dave? Well, hey, welcome here from Zach stream, guys. I'm Sloth, pretty much a garage tech here, learning electronic repair. My garage is a mess, but so far in my endeavors, we did fix. We got an Xbox Series X that I fixed last week. That one just needed a power supply, and then I ended up changing the Nexus. The Nexus port needed to be changed. 62 on YouTube. Holy crap, guys! I don't think I ever had more than 10. So, thanks for being here. Hang out. If anyone did sub, can you just let me know, because I should get a. I don't know if my alerts are working. So if you sub, thank you. If you didn't, then you should. The Klung farmer, what's up? All right, let's get to work. So basically, JFix, what were you saying that you wanted to see my scope, or who wanted to see it? This guy? So this scope, I got it mounted. Let me make that bigger for you. The scope is mounted on a rack that slides. Here's my whole setup. I got 1, 2, 3 monitors, big TV connected over there yet, and then this is a testing monitor. But let me see. Basically, scope could slide across the whole workbench as long as things aren't in the way, but right now my power supply is in the way. But you get the gist of it. Goes from there all the way over to there. Who knows? Hey, all right. So alerts are working. Thank you, June PC Tech. This is an old linear guide rail that was off a CNC machine at work that I repurposed here. But you get the gist of it there. Let's get back to work. Yeah, this whole workbench I got too was from a vendor at work. They were throwing them away. I had 6 of them, and I had to pick them up, and they are heavy as hell. They're all custom welded, whatever it is. Ended up selling 2 of them for really cheap, just because they were too heavy to move. You needed a forklift and a trailer to move them, and it was a pain to get it in my garage here. You guys want to see the silly scope? Maybe someone knows how to use one. I thought you meant microscope, but yes, I just had this. I had the silly scope out a minute ago. I'll show you. Hold on. We'll get it out again. It's right here. There. Feared. Was that Fred Flintstoner? Hey man, thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. I know you guys came here from Nano's stream. He knows what he's doing compared to me, so I'm just learning. So hopefully maybe I could teach somebody something. But here it is. Let me power it up for you. Scope. Yeah, again, I don't know if I got a good deal on this or not. Nobody said, yeah, that was a great deal, except ChatGPT. I got it for $350, brand new, never used, still in the package. I got the box in the house. But as far as stuff to do with it, I got a lot to learn before I do anything with it. I don't want to wreck it. Because I know there is ways that you can wreck it. Why does this keep asking me to select the language? Wouldn't it like remember the language every time? Either way, great deal. So the thing is, like I said earlier, it only goes up to 100 megahertz. ChatGPT said, you know, as long as everything works, which obviously it does, it's brand new. And when I searched this model number, brand new from Keysight or whatever, it's like $2,000. But that's because it's not, they don't make them anymore, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. Coin battery dead. I have no idea. Possibly. I'd have to. Oh, there's. I was wondering how to do that. Okay, so it's got. Yeah, it's got little legs underneath here that I could flip out, because I kept looking at it yesterday, and I'm like, that's hard to read when it's on the bench. Those kinds of scopes are way out of my budget. Well, if you find it for $350, I mean, that was out of my budget too, and I kind of just picked it up and asked for forgiveness, and you know, sometimes that works out in your favor. My wife wasn't too happy. She might be listening now, so hi, honey. Cell batteries only last around 5 to 7. Yeah, this scope I think was made in 2011, and the cell date was like 2016 is on the paperwork. So it's been sitting for 10 years doing nothing. I'll have to take it apart. I'll figure it out. But oh, let me show you guys this. So I got a demo 2 and a demo 1 button here. If I put the probe on demo 1 or 2, I mean, auto scale it. We got a wave. We got a square wave. Yeah, so CR2032. Yeah, in the UK, it's cheap on Facebook. It's falling off the back of a lorry. Yeah. All right. So anyway, it works. I'm happy with it. I got a lot to learn. Never used a scope before, but I was testing the PlayStation 5 Crystal, and it did measure that. So it showed the correct settings. I forget, 32 kilohertz is what it was. Let me put it away before I break it. All right. Back to getting some work done. Or trying to. What's up, Yeti? How's it going? So I'm curious, if Nano raided me, doesn't it usually pop up like somebody's raiding you? I didn't see that, or did anyone see that? But either way, I appreciate it a lot. Helps me out. You guys can't see me. But let's see what we got here. There we go. So we are going to UART. I need to find out which one goes where. So we got a ground, TX, and RX. So we got transfer and receive. And we want the TX of the UART reader to go to the RX on the board. So give me a second. I got to pull this up. We got, what did I say? Oh, EDM-032. I'm alive. How are you? I'm doing good. Trying to learn some stuff here. Where's the pinout for this? I should have had this ready. UART locations. Let's see what this one says. EDM. Here we go. All right, we got it. What's that? Gary just subscribed. Thank you. All right. So we got do the ground first. Obviously, you can see where I already did stuff. Add a little flux. If you guys want to watch somebody that knows how to repair stuff, check out Yeti Game Repairs. He's I guess my soldering iron turned off. I have it on a timer, so you got Yeti Game Repairs, you got JFix in here, Rusty Rust Repairs. Those are all guys that are streaming or make videos. Is there anybody else in here that makes videos or streams? Give your channel a shout out, man. I love seeing people or catching new channels. So, and if you don't stream and you do repair, what are you waiting for? Start streaming. That's Rusty Rust got me to start streaming. Him and JFix. They gave me the push. Alright. Got the fume extractor going. Yes, they're all good creators. I make videos. Ruger's Customs. I don't know if I have you. Or is it Ruggers? How do you say it? Is it Ruger's or Ruggers? Looks like Ruger. Isn't that... Do you make firearms? Rugrats? Isn't Ruger's they make handguns or something, I thought. Or Rug... I might be wrong. Alright, so my RX is blue. Needs to go to TX. TX, RX. Okay, so green TX needs to go to the top. Oh, I missed that. Who just subbed? Kenneth. Oh, I see it on my OBS now. Kenneth Davis. Hey, thanks for subbing. I mainly I've only got live videos right now. I do have ideas in the works for actually making actual content, but I dread having to sit there and edit out, and I might just continue just doing live only. What happened to this wire? I got Ruger's, just sub Ruger's. Yeah, I'll check you out, Ruger's. I don't know if I have you. I went through a bunch of people just the other day and just started subscribing to a whole bunch of you guys. So I'm pretty new myself here. So if, like I said, if you know of someone that does what I do or does this, shout out their channel. I want to know too. I got a lot to learn. All right. So now we got to figure out UART. I should clean this up a little. So I did do this once before. It was not on stream. So this is the second time I ever UART'd a PlayStation 5. So these wires could actually be crossed, and I'll have to swap them. So we'll find out in a minute. TCF, do it. Who's TCF? Oh, the Clung Farm. What did it say? My solder station is in another room from my main PC and rig. Working on fixing up old PC to stream from. Yeah, dude. You just do it with a, what do you need? Just a little laptop or something to set up OBS? But I've had my setup ready for like 5 or 6 months before I actually started streaming. I told myself for the New Year's resolution was I'm going to start actually streaming instead of because I bought all the stuff and I was nervous to start streaming because I know I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. But hey, we all make mistakes. Hopefully, how the saying goes, learn from my mistakes, guys. A smart person learns from their mistakes. A wise person learns from others' mistakes. So be a wise person. All right, I need to find, what is the software now? I forget. UART command line. Is that what I want? I think I got 2 different ones. What is the coder one? Where's Coder at? He's been streaming a lot lately. Check him out too. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, here it is. All right, let me get a window up here, guys. Hold on. Create new. You guys gotta bear with me. I'm still new to this OBS stuff too. In-betweeners fan, clunge fun. Are your knees deep in clunge? Alright. So I need window capture. That's what I'm looking for. Sorry, guys. Window capture new. There we go. Why is it not showing it? Oh, that's weird. So it shows my mouse, but not his program? That is weird. Okay. Move that. Let me see something here. There we go. Soul Smoke. Thanks for following. Got source selected. Yeah, I'm not sure what I did there, but so now I got it up on my right screen, and that's, you guys can see that here now. I don't even know if it's connected with get air codes. So I think we want one. All right, and then we're going to select 3 for my UART. And now what's it doing? The In-Betweeners is a UK comedy show in the high school. Okay. All right, so since I didn't get anything to show up here, I think it should have showed up already. I'm going to swap the TX and RX and see if that works. Now, unplug it. Let's see. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to swap these guys. I'm not sure why that's not melting. I did put a new tip on here. My old tip was pretty beat up. We got new tips for the irons. We got a silly scope. We're starting to get to the big boy league here. All right, let's try that again. So far, nothing's smoking. All right, Let's try 1, 3. Okay, maybe I don't have this hooked up right. Like I said, this is the second time I did UART, so should this have gave error codes already, or do I gotta wait longer? Console service tool, way easier. Okay, let me see if I can find that. I think I have that. I'm not sure which one gave me results last time I did this. So, okay, here's console service tool. You know what? I think it might be. I didn't run it as administer. Do I have to do? Is that what you have to do? Code not found. What do I do here? Okay. All right. I might have to switch the TX and RX again, but now we are using console service tool. Getting started. What do I want to do? Read error codes. Device. There we go. Run. Russ, thank you. I don't have my power supply connected. Who said? Did someone say that before? Thank you guys. You guys got me all nervous. There's too many people in here. Okay. Now the board's powered. Now, I wonder if I gotta flip them now though. I wonder if it's because I got both of these programs open at the same time. No idea. Let's try 1, 3. There we go. All right, so we got general power failure, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth problem. Check Wi-Fi module code thrown when module. Okay, so it's asking me to remove the module and then do this again, I guess. Can you guys read those codes all right? No, you guys got me all nervous. I forgot to power the freaking board. All right, so let's clear these codes. Error log clear. Okay. So when do I get that error? Sloth Dave was the one who pointed it out. Yes. Dave, thank you. Okay, so just try error codes again, or do I try turn it off? Let me turn the power supply off. Back on. The voltage goes to 272.272, and it's still there. That should be up to like 300. So that's the problem I'm having, guys. I didn't realize my camera was blocked. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys this. You guys can see it yourself. So we're gonna turn it off. Clear power cycle and look again. Yeah, so look, I'm gonna turn it on. We're up 276, 274. And it should drop down. But right now, so that's hanging there. Is it a slim? No, I don't believe it's a slim. No, it's a disc version PS5. You've not done much. No, this is the first time I ever had a PlayStation 5 apart. Never even had one apart. Never worked with liquid metal before, so we're learning together here, guys. All right, let's check out these UART codes now. All right, 1, 3, short 5-volt line. That's new. Did I touch something I shouldn't have? I don't know. So I'm gonna turn it off. Or wait, I need it on. So you should get a 0.3 likely Wi-Fi mod. Yeah, so AliExpress showed up today. I got 2 Wi-Fi modules to put on because I believe I checked all the caps. I checked the caps near the Wi-Fi module. We're gonna do it again just because maybe you guys might see something that I didn't. So, all right, let's clear it again. We're gonna clear it and read it again. So it's cleared. We're gonna power off. Power on. Cody or Andy didn't have much good with Coder's tool. Yeah. Well, I guess I could try the other tool. We'll try that. I'm curious if that one gives different error codes. But at least I have this one recorded now, so we're gonna see. Yeah, so this one, was that 5-volt line on there before? Because I checked all the fuses, so that's saying a fuse. No, Mookie, I can't afford to buy faulty ones. And not okay. I bought this one for 150 bucks. And hopefully it's just a $5 Wi-Fi module. If not, it was an expensive lesson. All right, so we're gonna close this down and we're gonna try that other application. I'm gonna find it again now. Sorry, that was console service tool, or is that what I was running there? Which one's Coders? Okay. So I'm gonna turn board off, board on, UART hooked up. What is resistance at F70? I don't know. We'll find out in a second. Remind me to double check that, JFix. All right, we're gonna read error codes. Device automatic. We don't need auto. We know where it is. Run. Are we getting something now? I have it turned on. So it looks like Coder's tool is giving me better answers than this one. Unless oh, there we go. So I had to hit run twice there. Is that normal? No idea. So we got power sequence error, USB Bluetooth, device not found. So it didn't even find power short on the 5-volt rail. I don't remember measuring a short there, but maybe there is. Single beep, no. So when I did try and power this on, I got no beep, nothing. I do remember that. So it's a no beep, no power. Power supply is good. I checked that. At least it's putting out 12 volts. So let's do some measurements around that Bluetooth. Maybe you guys could figure something out for me. I guess I could remove the UART. Need that. Do we need UART? Should I leave the UART on? Check caps behind the Wi-Fi. I think. I'm just gonna leave that connected. So we got Wi-Fi here. So we're saying caps like these caps here, I guess. Let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna get the scope out. We're gonna want continuity mode. Alright, you guys hear it? Got ground there. You guys see that? Yeah, let me flip this around. Okay. You guys see all those caps? I don't know why the lighting on my microscope seems really dim, but it's definitely bright underneath here for me. All right. So we got ground, that's not short. Ground, that's not short. Ground, not short. So those caps I believe are good. So we got three caps on that side. If I flip it over, we got more caps here. I don't know if that was a capacitor charge in there. So none of those are connected, which is that normal? I don't know. That's ground. That's good. 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 So these guys, now it's working. Okay, those are all working. Is there other caps besides those I need to check? JFix, you don't need the right tools to reball. Just get a pizza warmer. You're good. It's all good. You don't need a BGA station. Ask Rusty Russ. All right. Shit. JFix, what do you ask me? Resistance at F7002. Where is F002? I assume it's by the Bluetooth here. The other side. Oh, there it is. Alright. I found F7002. We got a lot of stuff here. So what am I checking here? I'm just gonna start poking around. Maybe someone watching knows. That's right. But here's the fuse. You see I checked it already. Fuse is good. that's good. I don't know about these resistors. I think I need better probes. What about this guy? What's this guy do? Line with the text. Fuse, yes, I checked the fuse. Or is that not the fuse? The fuse is... That's the fuse, right? I assume that is. That's where the arrow's pointing down here. Looks like a fuse. And I got continuity between them there, so the fuse is good. We don't have any caps doing anything, so is the next step, are we popping this Wi-Fi board off, I guess? Let me see the error codes here. Right here it said power short 5-volt line F70. So where would I measure the short? So is this IC bad or something then? Yeah, so F7002 looks like it's pointing to there. I don't see anything else here shorted out. I didn't really check this whole IC though. I mean, I guess I could. So that's ground, that one. And this would show short if it was that one. What about I think it's this guy, an inductor or something. Or is that where 5-volt comes from? No idea. I think we're just gonna pull this Bluetooth module off. I got 2 of them. We'll see what happens. So what did the coder's program said? Remove the Bluetooth thing and then rerun its program. I'll check standby voltages. I checked all standby voltages, at least I thought I did. Is anybody maybe someone knows a better spot to check? Let me do that. We'll power on the board. We'll look for standby. I'll show you guys. I'll show you what the board does with the thermal cam. Maybe someone will see something. So when I power this on, you see the SSD controller gets a little warm. So power on, SSD controller. You got your, what's that, South Bridge? I don't know. I think so. So we're still at 272 volt or amp, 0.272 amps. Things are getting warm. And now we're down to 0.011. You guys don't need to see me. You guys can see this when I do that. but I'm gonna put the macro lens on and look around this Wi-Fi chip. See if you guys can see anything. Ready? We're gonna power it on. We got. Is that a reflection? It's just a reflection back there. Let's see. Yeah, those are just open pads there. The caps are right here. So let's see if any of those light up. Ready? And nothing there is getting warm. Yeah, I bought this thermal cam on AliExpress right before all the tariffs hit last year. And I forget what I paid for it, but it is pretty awesome. I love it. Let's see, am I holding this the right way? Alright, so now this is the back side. I'm going to power it on. What I need is something that holds this still. I didn't see anything go there. Or now it's on. Alright. Turn it off. On. Off. I think let's check voltages. I have to go to sleep. I sent on Discord document with places to check for voltage. All right, thanks, JFix. I'll check it out. I gotta open up Discord. Okay. Oh, you got the fix my app. Yeah, I think I went through this whole thing. All right, thanks for stopping by, JFix. Let's see. So we are going to do some voltage checks. I'm going to turn power supply on. We don't need thermal cam anymore. We don't need that anymore. I need more cameras. That's what I need. Go DC voltage. Let's see here. This is what JFix sent me. Support Fix My App YouTube channel. So go check him out. Fix My App. Sorry guys. Just gonna. So let's see. My console. Press the power button. We get no sound, no light. Power supply is good. Check boot sequence. So that's where we're at 0.272. That in the boot sequence, that should be at like 0.300. Don't break it soft. Study others' work for clues before ripping chips off. Yeah, I think I checked all this stuff already, and the last resort was to remove that chip. So here's standby voltages. Let's see what we can see here. I don't know if I have the. That's a different board than the one I have, so I'm not sure. That's a way different board. I think we're just going to pull this chip off. But there was something. I was checking. Let me see. It was something with I believe it was something with this chip right here. Not sure which way. I'm not getting any voltages here. Or am I on the wrong chip? Let me get the scope out. I can't see what I'm doing here. I remember watching a video by Toltec with this, I think it was this dialogue chip here, and he was explaining all the readings. Well, I'm not getting anything. I'm at 12 volts, 0.0. Like, is it? Will it only read in the startup? You're sharing something very valuable, and I really appreciate that you're doing it. Thanks, user TM9, and then a bunch of letters. No, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you found it. This is I'm new to streaming, so this is all new to me, guys. I've never taken a PlayStation 5 apart. All right, we have 5 volts on this guy. You guys can't see it. Let me move that. Is that right there? Yeah, so we got 5 volts there. And I think there's like 3 other voltages that we want. 5, a 1.8, I believe, and a 3. Those are all things that we should have. And I could be checking the wrong things. I'm just kind of... Okay, that one's 5. We got 5 volts there. And that end of that. Is that a capacitor? That's a capacitor. That one's got 5 volts. Oh, 0. Kind of winging it here, guys. I apologize. I didn't do much research on this because the plan was that guy's got 5 volts. The plan was just to take this Bluetooth chip off, but somebody said I should check voltages, so I'm checking some voltages. Maybe it was a different chip I should be checking. We got 5 volts there. Oh, that scared me. 3D Medic Vince, hey, thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. if I'm just totally in the wrong area where I should be checking. Let me go over this PDF real quick. Vince is now following. Thank you. Oh, you got me on. Oh, you guys are doing Twitch and YouTube. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. So we got standby boot sequence here. Here's where we got 270. It says check for shorts near Wi-Fi. We checked all over there. See, I was not hearing a beep. It says current goes down when you press power and you hear a beep. So I'm thinking somebody turned the beep off on this. Check for shorts near Wi-Fi. I checked the whole thing. I couldn't find nothing. Okay, here we go. The DA90 D65. That's where I think I was just checking. We're going to check those out again. Gonna leave that up on my other monitor while we try and figure out where that is. I believe that is that's gotta be that guy, I think. I know. DA9081. So that looks pretty damn close to that one, but that is not it. Maybe there's another one? Nope. Could be due to a different board version. Tricky logical. The symptoms of this one is it's no power, no beep, nothing. UART code said Wi-Fi module. Let me see if I can bring that up for you. Maybe you can make sense of that. So here's my UART codes. It's saying short on the 5-volt line F7002. I checked for the short there. The fuse is good. I did the coders. I did coders program too, and that one only came up with like 2 different errors, and it said Wi-Fi. And this is even saying Bluetooth device not found. But it's also saying short on the 5-volt line. So I'm not sure if I might be checking the wrong spot. So I just had I got this guy up. It's a different dialogue chip, but it's saying I should have a 1.15, 1.9, 5-volt standby, 1.8. Do I have 3.3 and 1.8? I believe so. I thought I checked all this before, but I might be checking the wrong parts now. So we're going to try and check those points. So this is the dialogue chip I have. That it's not what that PDF was showing. This is dialogue DA9081. Unless there's another chip on here that I'm not seeing. Maybe it's on the other side. No. So I'm assuming that my chip is slightly different than what this PDF is showing. But I'm going to look, for all those voltages. Other side of board there is one. There's more than one dial. Okay. Okay, let me flip the board over. Turn that off. There it is. That guy, I think, right there. So that says, I can't read it. Okay, that's DA9065. That's it. We got it, boys. And any girls, sorry. Okay, let's check for voltages there. I was gonna say, I was looking at that other spot, and I'm pretty sure I have all my voltages here. Does that look good to you guys? Can you see my meter and stuff? You can see the meter. Top right on the other side. Yes, that's it. Thank you. I think my next purchase, actually, it's not next. I did just buy it from AliExpress. I bought a new multimeter that will tie right into to my computer. From it was the OWAN one. JFix got me to get that. All right. So we are output. We need to check. All right. Let's see. Let's do 1.9 first. That is. Am I looking at this backwards? Hold on. So I'm looking at it upside down. This guy? Yeah. So that guy, 1.9. I'm gonna, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna flip this board because the PDF is flipped. And I'm trying to look at it at the same time. Now I'm looking at it the same way it's on the PDF. So if anyone wants to see that again, this is what I'm looking at. So we got 1.9 is there. We check that one off. We need 3.3, 1.15, 5, and 1.8 yet. We're going to find those. And if I have those, then I believe we're going to take off that Bluetooth chip. I don't know if I have time to do that tonight. We'll see. All right. Well, actually, my kids have off of school tomorrow, so this one should be 3.3. Other side. Okay, we got 3.3. Let's do 1.15. We got 1.15. 5 volt down here. We got our 5 volt. Next one says pin 27. I don't know which one that one is, if it's that one. Trying not to short them. Or is it the N one? And that should be 1.8. It looks like it's this one. We'll go there. Yep, so we got 1.8. The VIA on the top left. Dave, what are you saying here? Hold on. Let me check chat real quick. You see that top left one? The VIA on the top left. Hit that first. Should be 1.9. Okay, I believe I I did that one. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I did all these checks. They all checked out. Let me show you again. So we got the 1.9. We got the 1.8 was this tiny pin here. We got the 5 volt on those 4 pads. And we have the 1.15 here, 3.3 there. Everything's good. All right, I think we're gonna pull the Wi-Fi chip, and I'm still getting used to the hot air gun. So I believe I want to heat this one up from the top. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of my UART here. It's bothering me. Okay, UART's gone. You got it. Just ignore me. I can't ignore you. Dave, you're the one that that told me it wasn't the SSD controller. I think I was probably gonna remove that if it wasn't for you telling me to check the UART codes again. Because I did the what did I do? I was just using the thermal cam, and I saw the SSD controller lighting up, and I was like, oh, that's got to be wrong, and not knowing what it's supposed to look like. But we got to pull this guy off. I'm going to. I got these guys. I'm gonna lift the board up with this. Actually, I don't need this if I do that. So do I de-lid this thing first? I'm not sure there. All right. Just be careful about the RF connectors. They're very fragile. That's those are the connectors underneath there, right? That's what you're talking about, where the cables go. Give me 1 second here, guys. We're getting nervous here. We got, please remove the battery. Oh yeah. Thank you. How does that come off? Does it just pop out? Looks like it just pops out. There it goes. Battery's out. See, rookie mistakes here. Rookie mistakes. Thank you, Dave. There you go. You guys want to learn the correct way to do stuff? Maybe check out Dave's channel. I know he's got some videos. I don't know if Dave, do you live stream at all? I don't know if I ever caught you live streaming. I did see you do some videos and stuff though one time. Okay. So this is a new chip. I believe So we gotta put new balls on it. Doesn't look like it was cleaned off very well. So we are going to, let's remove this guy. We're at 350, 30%. I'm not sure how I'm gonna grab this thing. Need some better tweezers, I think. There they are. Okay, so my tweezers can reach the whole thing. I wonder if I should preheat the board. They go everywhere. I guess the CR battery goes. I never had one explode on me, so it could have been a first if you wouldn't have reminded me. So tricky. You don't stream at all either then? See, I thought I would never stream until 2-3 weeks ago is when I first started. And I don't want to make videos because then you gotta edit stuff out, and I think I'm more suited for just live stream only. So I'm gonna up this heat. I'm at 350, 30. I'm just trying to warm the board up. It's been in my garage here. I should probably warm a lot of the board up. My garage is very cold. You don't want to wreck this board. So we got very small caps on this side. I'm going to try and avoid those. So if I pick up, I'm going to try and pick up and go that way with it. I have never removed one of these before, Wi-Fi module. But I did do a couple reball attempts on my previous videos if anyone wants to check that out on a Xbox 360, which it's still a work in progress. Yeah, 350 is definitely not enough heat to remove this, but we're gonna crank it up 450 right now. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need here. I'm gonna add a little flux around it. Get my fume extractor going, sorry. Very tense moment, guys. I'm going to try and just nudge it a little bit every 30 seconds or so. Hopefully you'll see it move, and then I should be able to pick it up. I'm going to keep going in circles here. I'm probably ½ inch above it right now. You don't want to rip it off. You want to make sure every VGA ball underneath there is liquefied. Otherwise you risk ripping the trace, or the pad rather. We do not want to rip pad. We do not want to do any repair. I'm not experienced with that yet. Going 450, 50 now. Again, so this got lead-free solder balls underneath it. We need to get the temp to maybe like 218C for them to liquefy. And what we're going to do is replace it with leaded solder balls, which liquefy around 180. So we shouldn't have to put as much heat into this board for when we install it. We got this ground plane here. It's probably soaking up a lot of the heat. I feel like I should have maybe brought up my thermal profile program and timed this. This is taking longer than I thought it would. No, that Wi-Fi module I got is not bulb. Unless they're just... No, it's not. So they're used ones. They're not new, apparently. I don't know. This is really on there, guys. I'm going to go to 460. Let's add a little more flux. Uh-oh. You guys really can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. But I'm trying to blow the heat away from the board. There you go. Probably should have watched someone else do this to see what heat settings they're using, because this is, I feel like it's getting too hot. I feel like the Xbox 360 CPU I did would have came off already. I'm not preheating it from the bottom, which is what I did on my last video, which maybe I should be doing that for this one. Oh, the lid is off. So that's how you de-lid one of these. You can hit it from the bottom too. Yeah, maybe that's what I should have done. We're going to hit it from the bottom. Probably what I should have did. But there are those the cable connectors there. I accidentally turned this thing off. So I guess this is kind of like doing a Wi-Fi chip here. There you go. Now you guys can see. Alright, so we're about a ½ inch away underneath this. I see the flux is bubbling now. I'm at 460, 50%. It's still not moving. Now we're moving. There we go. How's that look? Oh no, looks like I might have ripped some pads, boys. Oh, that's not good. Or actually, I think those pads are right off of from the module itself. You can see those pads there. See it with the scope. So is that a ripped pad? Or is that just a pad that was not soldered to? All that heat, I doubt it. There might be no connects. So this one ripped. This one ripped. Those are ground. This one, I think, what we're seeing is part of the Wi-Fi mod. Let me get my iron on it and see what happens. So we're gonna add some leaded solder to this. This might be a failure, but let's see what happens. Okay, get some solder here. My soldering iron turned off again on me. I need to adjust that interval. I got it on a smart timer or smart plug that turns off after 2 hours of being turned on. Exactly why a preheater is best. Yeah, I have a somewhat of a preheater. I don't know why I didn't use it. Thanks, Nick. Nico. So, we're going to add some solder, some flux. Yeah, those pads might have been the actual issue. So the chip I took off might actually be good, but those were oxidized pads that were not connected. But it did rip two of them, which luckily are just ground pads, and that should be easy to fix, I think. Never really did a VGA repair. So again, I'm trying to be careful I don't hit these capacitors on the side here. I'm just running, let it solder over every ball so they turn shiny. That's how I know I hit it. And then we're going to remove this with a solder wick. And we're going to try, I don't know if I have time to finish this. I should though. I hate leaving stuff unfinished. Alright, so we got that done. So now I'm going to wick this. I'm going to be very careful not to pull the wick, because right now it's kind of stuck on one of these balls. There it is, came through. And we do not want to rip any of these pads. So I'm holding my iron on the wick. And this wick is pretty full. I'm going to slide down here with it. I'm going to heat the wick up pretty good, because again, you don't want to drag, especially, see, I don't want to drag the wick around these pad or the capacitors over there, because it will pick one of them up. So I'm going to try and hold the wick away from them like this. So it's starting to catch. I gotta heat this up better. Don't want to pull this off like that. It's catching on something. I did also order from AliExpress I guess it's called a shovel tip that goes on a soldering iron that you see all these other guys using for this. They make it look really easy. I don't have a shovel tip yet, so that should be here in a week or so. Okay, so we just got two pads that need to get fixed. Those pads that came off are no connect. Really? I guess so I don't have to mess with them then. I mean, it looks like they're ground. Is that not ground? Or no? No, that wouldn't be ground. I have no idea. I mean, if I'm looking at that, these pads, looks like they connect to this. I assume that's the ground plane. It's gotta be. So that's ground. That's ground. But you're telling me there's no connect. I guess you have the board view. Alright. So looks like most of these pads look pretty good to me. Let's clean that off. So we're going to clean this off, and I'm going to run UART like it said and see what codes it throws without this module on there. See if that changes anything. Trying to be careful. I mean, these pads could be. You don't want to rip any pads off. Heat that up a little bit. All right, now we're clean. Let's hook UART back up and see what it says. Sorry if my fume extractor is really loud. It's loud to me. I don't know if you guys can even hear it though. We still got a mess over here to clean up. It's a lot of mess. So this flux I'm using is really kind of tacky. It's a Kingbo RMA 218. I think I'm going to pick up some other flux to try for in the future, because I don't notice this with other people as much when they're streaming and repairing stuff. But this flux is like really tacky. At least for me, it might be fake flux that I got AliExpress also. I don't want to tarnish Kingbo's name, because I remember from back in the day, that's what everyone had. What do you got? Yes, I have seen that day. Now the flux is all over my hands. I should probably be wearing gloves. So, let's look at that chip I took off. There's a lot of stuff moved around on the top of it. Those are the pads I ripped off. And those pads were not connecting. I'm wondering if I could just scratch them and they'll show some metal. So I'm curious what these pads that are empty connect to, and if that would solve my issue. I'm gonna set this down. Okay, that's steady. these just really oxidized and just not connecting? Or is this broke? Or is that ripped off too? That might be ripped off. Yeah, that's missing. That definitely is a piece missing from. Yeah, that's missing. So where did they go? Are they on the board? I don't think so. Okay, so this chip is done. I'm gonna throw it in the bin. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Grass Puddle? Everyone has knockoff Kingbo. Yeah. Yep. Oh, where was I? I gotta UART this, and let's see what code pops up now. Put that battery in. Yeah, I think when I go to put it back on, I am going to get my preheater. Board view shows all those are grounds. Awesome. So that just tells me that chip is bad, and or I didn't have it. That tells me it was not heated up enough when I pulled that off. Is what happened there. So that's what happens when you don't heat it up to the right temperature before you remove chips. So when I go to put the new one on, I am going to get my preheater out, and that's going to be on tomorrow's stream, possibly, if I get on next stream. Whenever I get on again. I have no idea when I'll get on. I got a wife and 3 kids. So I get on when I get on. I don't have anything scheduled. I'll never have it scheduled that I know of. Because life. What's that? Andy Garza. I appreciate all the knowledge in the chat. I'm a beginner, and hey, I'm a beginner myself, somewhat. I'm learning as I go. So I'm glad I could drop a little knowledge for you. I forget which one was TX or RX now. I'm just putting green up top and blue on the bottom. Let's see if that works. And we are going to power the board this time. Unlike last time, I was trying to UART without power to the board, like an idiot. So we got red to the positive. And I'm just going to put this there. Alright. So another big plus for tonight, guys. I'm afraid to say it, but we haven't had drop frames at all. Last stream I was getting dropped frames a lot. So alright, so we are going to UART. Let me get the program up. Okay, let me plug it in. UART's plugged in. Power to the board. It is still going up to 0.272 without the module on. We're still at 270. Will it stay there? Let's stay in there. Wonder if I should thermal. Alright, we're gonna try and read these codes quick. Yep. Yeah, so I'm still pulling 0.272 amps on here. And uh-oh. What happened? Alright, we lost my program. Let's start that over again. You have no Wi-Fi. I believe that's why it's staying. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Okay, Sony PlayStation. Read UART codes. Device. UART. Run. Operation Run reads error codes. Why is it? Oh wait, now it went down. But I wonder if I have my UART cards, or my TX and RX might be swapped. Well, loading up for Southbridge to report errors. I have no idea. I believe the error code said remove Wi-Fi Bluetooth module and then retest with the error code. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna swap the. I don't remember which color wire I had where before. I think I had green up. Let me just try the coders program quick, because that worked last time before this one did. Where is that at? UART command line. Let me try that. Three. Oh wait, can I turn it back on? I did not. I gotta turn it back on. Yeah. How do I cancel that? Let me unplug. Power the board on. Plug in UART. Honestly, most times I don't even bother with UART. It really gives useful info. Yeah, this is the first time I'm using UART, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I must have the wires swapped. I gotta swap them. Just leave it hooked up. Yeah, I removed it because I kept flipping the board around, and I didn't want to rip anything off. But yeah, if I knew what I was doing, I probably would have left it on. But I pulled it off. Because I wasn't sure how many times I was going to flip the board around and not. Maybe it's because I got flux all over the place over here. Alright. Let's clean it up a little. I really want to get this fixed tonight, but I don't know if I can. Alright, so I got those wires switched. UART plugged in. Power supply on. Let's try this again. Read codes. 1. 3. Yeah, what the hell am I doing? Well, I'm curious if it just doesn't read without that on. Error details index was outside, so at least I'm getting an error now. Let's try one more time. Error detail now. So I think I had them correct before. I'm curious. Let me look back on my stream. That's one way I can look. I didn't even think of that. Give me a second here, guys. You have grounded. Yes. Yes, the ground is there. That's there. Let me switch this ground lead from the power supply to the actual thing. I didn't like how they were really close together, but it should be fine. See if that changes anything. Power supply on. UART connected. Eight. Yeah, I think I got them swapped. I gotta swap them. I had it right the first time, but I feel like are you still connected to the COM port on the other program? That program crashed on me, so maybe that could be doing. That could be it. Let me restart that program. But I believe these are. I want to think I remember green being up top. I feel like more solder on it. Okay, that is on. Clean it up. I'm making a mess here. You guys can't see what I'm doing, sorry. Opening both and trying to connect is not helping, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna close them all down and start over in a minute here. But you hear it connecting, it's beeping. Now it's something messed up there. I'm gonna close it down. We're gonna start over. Okay. Let's try console service tools. Which model is this? It's what was that? EDM-032, I believe. Yeah, EDM-032. Alright, PlayStation 5. Should I just let it automatically find it? See what happens. Oh, I didn't turn the power on. Alright, power's on. Just listening. Communications port says okay. Operation canceled. Why did it cancel? Top goes to RX on your reader. My RX is blue, so blue goes on top. Okay, so I had my wires correct. Let me close all these programs down again. We'll swap the wires. I mean, it's one way or the other. You would think if it didn't work one way, it worked the other way. So Tricky, is there a way, can you check if you could even read UART without the Wi-Fi module? I'm curious if that's my problem right now. It's just you just can't read it with that missing. Because that would make sense why it's not working then. Okay, so we got blue up top, green on the bottom. I don't know if you can really see that, but green on my reader says TX, blue says RX. You can read without it, comes from Southbridge. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I just got a programming problem here. Since that one crashed on me. We'll try it again. Power on the board. 270. Sony PlayStation 5. We want to read air codes. We know you are that guy. Run. So why is it red, or is that how it's supposed to be? Operation cancel? I didn't cancel it. Why are you canceling? Maybe I messed something up when I pulled that off. Oh, look. So that program just crashed on me there. That's weird. Alright, let's go back to coders. Okay, power's on. One, 3. Assuming your blue wire is RX, you got the wiring right. Yes, blue wire is RX. And we just read this before. Let me see if let me see what's running in Task Manager here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't see that console. No, you know what? They are up. Okay, turn Terminal is closed. There's no more terminals open. Let me try this again. Okay, Sony 5. Yeah, we're still pulling 0.276 this whole time. Get the thermal. Hey, Daryl McGee just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Trying to get to 500 subs. That's something special. I don't know what happens at 500, but that's what everyone goes for 500 for some reason. Let's get there. Maybe when do I get a YouTube plaque? That's what my kids want. They said, Dad, when are you gonna get a plaque? Or actually, they called it a play button. They said, Dad, when are you getting a play button? I said, I have no idea. You know what? This isn't even running. I might just give up on running that. Give Coder one more try here. This is a me problem here. Access to COM8 is denied. How is that? Let's go to device manager, see what's going on. COM8 is USB serial device. Or no. That's COM6. COM8 is so Tricky Logical. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. One more subscriber closer to my play button. Silicon Labs UART is COM8. That's what I'm on. Access to COM8 is denied. Why are you denying me? Stop denying me. Let me just unplug and play it back in. I doubt you all of a sudden have a Southbridge issue. Yeah, CST has it. What's CST? What are you talking about there, Dave? I mean, this worked an hour ago. Well, let's throw the thermal cam on. See what's getting the voltage now. Oh, console service tools. Sorry, has the COM. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just get some thermal action in here. Maybe something's heating up that shouldn't. So that's the SSD controller on the other side. Is that the Southbridge? Other side. And flip the board. We're gonna turn the power off. We're gonna flip it. Okay. Ready? We're gonna turn it on. Something else is getting warm there. Where'd my pointer go? Sorry guys. So we got that chip getting warm. That's that DA90 or whatever chip. Wonder if I messed something up. Let me check some fuses maybe. Okay, warm. It's getting warm now. Oh, that's a inductor, I think. Yeah, so we're constantly pulling 2.276 right now, and with the Wi-Fi module installed, that would go away after 3 or 4 seconds or so. Battery's not needed for UART either. Okay. Let's see, it could be flux related. I thought they were on opposite sides and he would not go over 0.8. Flux on their south bridge, maybe. I mean, let me heat it up and try and clean this up a little bit better. There is flux over here. I'm going to heat it up and try and clean some of this flux out. But I don't think any got over here. But I mean, there is a glob here, so it could have. We're gonna flush it out. I always hit this button. I kind of wish that button wasn't there sometimes. Or I wish they could make it harder to hit. Because I swear, since I got this thing, I've accidentally hit that button more times than I actually turned the thing on. I'm curious if I'm the only one with that problem. Where's Coder at? I should max voltage, max amps, IPA all over the place and inject voltage here. Please don't do that if anyone's listening. Yeah, don't catch it on fire. Yeah, we're gonna try not to start any fires tonight. That was a very unfortunate incident for the Coder. I think he actually burned himself pretty good too when he did it. I feel bad. Let me just check some fuses or something here real quick. Is there a fuse on the south bridge? At least my views would go up. I don't know about that. I don't think I want views due to starting fires. That's not what I want. How many people I got? 24 guys. 24 you guys are watching me right now? That's pretty neat. Thanks for watching. Now my meter's acting up. Well, I'll have a new meter in a couple weeks. Okay, now my meters are. I guess you guys really can't see what I'm doing. So we got a fuse here. I don't know. Should I check that fuse? Oh, that's good. Can you guys see what? Oh, you can't really see on the overhead. I need to move that more. What other fuses we got? Let's try, maybe I blew. No, that one's good. Let's go to the scope. I'm trying to figure out these scene selections with OBS, guys. So if it's not really fluid streaming here, I apologize. Okay. Nothing looks shorted there. Is that the Southbridge chip, I believe? So we got flux down here yet. Let's clean that up better. Where are you from? You talking to me or someone else? I am from East Coast, Pennsylvania. If you're talking to me. Don't want to dox myself, but that's as close I could probably tell people. Someone could probably find out if they really wanted to. Alright. I'm wondering if I didn't popcorn the board. I hope. I didn't even really look at that. Board looks good. Ohio. No, not Ohio. Just look on the other side where I heated it up. Those look good. Didn't lose any caps, did I? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Disconnect my thermal. So we're gonna shut this down, restart it. It's plugged. Looks like you might have lost a cap. Uh-oh. Where were you looking? On the back there? Let me see if I could see anything. Is that supposed to be a cap? There's supposed to be one there? I don't think so. But maybe. Something there? No. No, that one doesn't have one. That one doesn't have one. None of these really under FB. There's supposed to be caps there? That looks like, that doesn't look like it was populated, but maybe. What do I know? Oh, I melted this guy a little bit. I didn't see him there. It's not good. These guys are good. Yeah, I think we're good. Or FW? No, well, I mean, unless I lost the one under RB, but that doesn't look like anything was ripped off to me, but these all look the same. I think we're gonna try and UART it. If this doesn't work, then I might call it a night, because I want to set up my preheater before I reball this. I gotta find out what size solder balls go on this. I don't even know if I have them. I do have a bunch of different sizes, but I gotta look that up. They look like they're pretty big. But yeah, there's no solder balls on this, which is good. I probably would have took them off if there was some on there. F the UART, put the Wi-Fi on. I feel like I'm gonna mess it up if I don't preheat it. I really don't want to mess it up. I felt pretty confident pulling that off, and I ripped two pads off. Okay, let's get console service tools up. Plug in UART. UART plugged in. Power on. Let's check my voltage. We're at 270. Still at 270. Still at 270. Staying at 270. You know why he's not reading? He never goes back to standby. Yeah, now it's at 0.008, so it did go back. So maybe this will work now. There we go. All right. So Dave, you were right. It finally just went back now. So there must have been flux underneath the south bridge there, because we were at 0.008 now. And I think it did go back before too, but maybe I was having other issues then, but all right, let's see. I mean, this is what we expected. I'm gonna power sequence area, not found in list. So I guess we're getting some new errors here with the Bluetooth module out. All right, device not found, Bluetooth module. Are these errors from before? You know what? Let me clear it, and then we're gonna reread it. All right, error codes are clear. Power off. Now, before it was staying at 270 the whole time. Remember, you saw me with the thermal cam. And that SD controller was, and the south bridge were both a little warm. All right, power on, up to 270. Why am I moving? And we're still at 270. Now it just went down. Now we're at 0.008. Let's get to reading now. That's a lot less error codes. So all those other error codes were due to the flux being underneath there, I'm guessing. Eddie, Yeti still watching? When's your stream start? Is there anyone else streaming right now? Okay. So we just got to put a Bluetooth module on. You guys, I guess I should do that now. You guys got me pumped up to do this now. Let's put it on. See what happens. Try and do it. Do it without a preheater and see what happens. Oh, I gotta find out what size balls go on there. Is there a way to find that out quickly somewhere? Or do I just add balls to it? I have 0.76. 0.4, 45, 0.5. I have 0.6. 0.6. Looks like the largest ones I got is 0.76. 6, 7. So you're saying it's 0.7. I don't have a 0.7. So we are going to go with 0.76. It's not much different. Can't hurt, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do the 0.76. All right, Tricky, you use 0.6 for this? We got the big boy here. 250,000 in here, guys. There's no way there's that many in here. All right, let's get rid of UART. Let's ball a chip. You know what? Let me get some music going. My headset here. There we go. I hear what you guys are hearing. I feel like it's same songs again, Dave. I'm sorry. It's 9 different songs that are looping, or 10. I forget how many, but I know one was like a 10-minute song. I should just go on royalty-free music from YouTube or something. Okay, that pad looks way too big for this guy. No way. I mean, look at the pad difference from the Xbox CGPU or whatever. So that's a 0.6. Let's see if this measures 0.6. How do they do that? So that measures 0.5, and that takes a 0.6 ball. This one measures 0.89. So maybe if I do 245 balls or 2.4 balls, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 balls per pad. Can you do that? First, we got to clean this one off. Add some leaded solder. Need my fume extractor on. Ugh, it's getting smoked out. So I got 2 of these chips, so we got 2 tries at this. Hopefully we get it on the first try. That's a nice clean chip. So my reball experience is not that great. This is 3rd or 4th attempt here. Count them all. They lie about that. How long have you been into repairs? I just started getting into repairs, but when I was maybe 16 years old is when I first modded PlayStation 2. That was a long time ago. I'm 43 now, so figure the math there. That's when so I was always in the modding consoles. I have all the tools to mod it 360s, and I did it as a service for maybe 3 people, and then I just stopped doing it. I don't know. I think what made me stop, I had a 360E Slim that somebody gave me, and all I did was read the NAND, and the console was dead. And I still have that console. I never figured out what was wrong with it because I didn't know how to repair anything then. So I still haven't touched it yet. That's on my list of things that I need to do, is find out why that console broke. And that's going to be once I feel more comfortable with diagnosing stuff. But I was always into taking stuff apart. You know, always trying to figure out how things work. So why is this thing not holding this chip? Let me get a better holder here, guys. Yeah, so pretty much my whole life I've been trying to figure out how things work. take things apart. A lot of times I never put them back together, but I had fun taking them apart. Right on. That's how I started too. When I was 16, modding. See, when I was 16, 360 wasn't even out yet. But yeah, check out my other videos from last week. You'll see I'm working on a 360, trying to reball it. And I ended up popcorning the C GPU. I ended up getting a popcorn thing in it. And then I'm in the middle of swapping that chip now. I have it laying here somewhere. Alright, so I am going to use 0.4 balls. I'm going to put 2 on each pad. Let's see how this goes. I've never manually done this. Oh, these look way too small. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't use these. But if I do 2 of these, that's more than my biggest 0.7. How do you guys get these to not stick to your tweezers? I gotta clean my tweezers is what I gotta do. So if your tweezers have flux on them, it won't work. And they got dried up flux on them. Give me a second here. You gotta heat them up a little. Those are way too small. Even if I do 2 or 3 on each pad. So that's... yeah. I can't really see what I'm doing. I've never had to do this before. So what if I do like 4 per pad? That seems like a lot. Let me get the bigger balls out, and we're gonna do 2 of those. This chip is not staying in here either. Let's try that. What's the biggest? The biggest size I have. What was it? 0.76. Let me see what one of those looks like on here. Let me try and clean up these smaller ones here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna throw them away. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. So you're saying just the 0.76, not mess with doubling up. Yeah, these look much better. Let's try this. Alright, let's get some more flux on here. Alright, last time I did the flux, I didn't put enough on. So I'm going to try and see if I could get a good amount of flux on there. I got one of those jigs for reballing. What do you think of it? I have not tried mine yet. I used it 3 times now, and at first I didn't have the correct height off from the chip. You know, you're supposed to be a little gap, but from the chip to the stencil, you don't want the flux to touch the stencil. So make sure you measure that correctly, or eyeball it better. But if you look at my my video I did last week, I have a little jig that I made up to use a drop down indicator right here, and I measure the actual distance from the VGA chip to the top of the stencil to get it exact, and it worked out great. Right, I'm just going to drop all these onto this chip and see what that does. Is that too much? That's too many. Is this the correct way to do this? Yeah, these balls look like they will work. So thank you, Tricky, for convincing me to switch. That would have took forever to do it the other way. You guys see what I'm doing? I don't know if this could focus better. There you go. I don't know why that focus comes off. So I'm going to give this one try, guys, because I don't have time to do this again. I will catch back and do this another attempt. Hopefully tomorrow if time allows, but if not, I would like to do it as soon as possible so I could get this console booted up and running, and hopefully it's on a low firmware so I could jailbreak it. I'm kind of curious what firmware we're on. Am I back? Am I back, guys? Can you hear me? All right, we back. Sorry about that. It's very annoying. I even switched to a wired connection, which is, you know, that's maybe something else I gotta look into. A better setup, that maybe better internet, because this is pretty annoying to have it drop out. Got way too many balls on here. Down to the wire, guys. This is the first time I manually reballed anything. So if I'm making mistakes here, that is why. So let's go back through and reline everything up. What I'm going to do is just one side of the tweezers here. Just look for ones that are really far out. I don't need to do them all. They should go to their pad when I start heating this up. All right, I think that looks good. We're gonna get some heat on here. I'm gonna go 350 at 20% and slowly heat it up. Get you guys to see this from here. That doesn't help. No, can't see that. Sorry, guys. I got too much stuff on my desk. So I'm just going to heat it from this side. You can see some of the balls are moving. As that flux starts to dancing. Looks like these two. That's not what I want. Those two have a lot of flux next to them that needs to go away. So that pool of flux is going to make these kind of attract to each other, I think. So I got to keep an eye on them. I'll just heat it up slowly again. This guy could go. So I'm at 350, 20%. Start getting closer. Looks like some of them are starting to melt. Possibly the holder I got here could be sucking up some heat too, so. Got some sirens going by. I'm gonna up the heat a little bit. No, 390. Maybe I should have a nozzle, a bent nozzle on here. Might aid with this. Again, this is third or fourth time I've heated the chip up, or put balls on a chip. So I remember the first time I did it, I had way too much flux on it, and the balls were just floating around. So you want to make sure it's just a very small layer of flux on this board. If you have too much, the balls will float away and join the other balls next to it. I see them moving, but come on. I wonder if it's the flux I got too. I'm gonna try coming from this side. It looks like they want to melt, but they're not. I'm gonna get down low here without the microscope, so I can see, because it's kind of hard to tell how close I am. Now they're doing something. So I wasn't close enough before, but I can't tell if any of them joined. Nope, we're good. So I just wasn't close enough before. I'm like a quarter-inch above them right there. So we still got, looks like 2 of them on this side that did not flow. Now I'm getting close to it now. Just want to make sure we don't actually touch the chip. Up the heat a little bit to 400 at 20. Just got 1 ball or 2 balls here that did not flow onto the pad. Oh, 1 more to go. There we go. Oh, 1 more in the corner now. Alright, they're all on. Now, I'm going to up the heat. I'm going to go 410 air 40. So now we can add more air and more heat, because they are stuck on their pads now, and we're just going to get them to flow 1 more time here. There we go. Man, we are bald. We're balling. I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit. Very bottom right. Did I get it? Oh. You're right. Bottom right is not bald like it should. There it goes. You saw that? Thank you. Any other ones? Let's double check everyone. I did not see your comment. I saw it now. Bottom right. Yep. Thank you, Tricky. Got it. Now we good. Now we can have a beverage. I gotta take this off. Ah. All right. Let me get rid of these balls. The balls all over this. All right. Sorry, guys. This is taking a lot longer than it should have. All right. That's still really hot. We're gonna let it cool down a minute. Let me try and clear some space up. Oh, here is the popcorn chip that I was talking about from the Xbox 360. So I don't know if I popcorned it while I was reflowing it, because the first thing I want to do is just reflow it. That was a couple days ago or last week. The reflow didn't work, so I pulled it off, and as I was ready to reball it is when I noticed that, and that chip's done now. So in a future video, I got a mod chip for a Switch. I think this is everything I need. Came from AliExpress. It's like 15 bucks. It's super cheap. So that's going to be a future video. I never even had a Switch apart, but it'll be something where I do it on stream. Okay, this chip looks good. All right, and Dave said I do not need to do anything to these pads on here. I hope he's right. I don't know if I have a board view for this, or I might have it somewhere, but I'd have to search and find it. So we are just going to drop this chip down and see what happens. Or I could practice repairing trace or balls, or what do they call, pads. I could practice pad repair. I think we're just gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. I'm running out of time. Let's pop this chip on. Let's remove this battery. Don't want that. And I believe this goes that way. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. Let me move some stuff out of the way. All right. Put some flux down. Should be wearing gloves. I have them. Don't know why I'm not wearing them. So there's little marks on here that show you if this chip is lined up or not. Bigger. See that corner? That looks lined up. Should also feel it shouldn't move when it gets into like right there. That feels good. That's it. We're locked in. I'm going to do it from the bottom again. This time we shouldn't have to heat it up as much because now we have the leaded solder in there. So I'm going to pull this off my bench. Put this camera over here. You guys are going to watch me from there. I could put the knife. Got that guy on here. I need more cameras. Okay. Are we ready? We doing this? Yeah, I wouldn't bother. You don't need them. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start at 350. Or do I just fire it in there at 400 something? Let's go to 450%. Let's fire it in there. Flux ready. I'm gonna kind of kneel down on the ground here. I'm running out of room. I want to avoid. Gotta move this. So now there's that plastic connector up here. I'm gonna try and hold this hot air away from that. Where are my tweezers? Are there? Okay, got my tweezers. And I could actually see through the chip from here. So I'll be able to see when this actually plops down. I'm at 450%. I don't have my fume extractors on. I should. It's close enough. That's as far as it could reach. Alright, so I got fume extractor going, hot air, 450, 50. Got my tweezers ready. I got flux ready. We're going to apply some flux in a little bit. And I should see this chip actually drop down. I don't know. I don't think you guys could see it. Maybe with the microscope, you might see it move into place. But again, I'm heating towards me a little bit. I have it angled towards me. Starting to smoke. I'm gonna kind of do circles here so I see it drop down. I think it just dropped down. Or it did on this side. I don't know if that wiggled and went back. It did. Alright. Now I'm going to slowly come off of there. That's really smoking, but that sat down. It wiggled. Whew. Moment of truth coming up. Alright, so hanging it off the workbench, heating from underneath is the way to go. From comparing it from, well, actually, when I did do it over the top though, it was also had lead-free solder in there, so that's why probably removing the old chip took a lot more heat. Or I know that's why, but this seemed to sit down there pretty quickly. So we're letting it cool down. While that's cooling down, I am gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Need my mic here. Alright, we back. Suspense, yeah, we got the suspense going. We don't know if we fixed it or not. Did I make it worse? Probably. I do have a habit of breaking things. Again, this is all learn. Oh, I still got liquid metal stuff. Like I said, I never touched liquid metal before, but I could deal with that another time. We're gonna see if we get the proper boot up sequence here. I'm hoping. Did we lose any components? I'm gonna look underneath the board. Make sure nothing went towards the south bridge here. I'm gonna flush underneath that again anyways. What about underneath? Did we wreck anything? Where are we at? Over there. So nothing looks wrecked. We got 20 people are watching me, guys. That's amazing. I'm glad I could entertain you guys for however long I've been doing this now. Too long. My wife and kids are asking me if I'm done yet. So we're gonna get a boot sequence here, and then I should be able to. I don't know how it all goes back together. Is the other problem. So we might just get it to the proper boot sequence and say we're good. Okay. I hope she works. So do I. Are we ready? What am I missing? I think I just clean up. Oh, I got some solder balls on the table here yet. We don't want them around here. Let me clean them up quick. Some solder. Don't want any balls over here. Okay. All right. We're gonna put some 12 volts at a half amp. Positive, negative to negative. You guys are gonna watch this with me. What do we want to see? We want that to say 0.3 for a few seconds and then go down, right? Put those back. I'm nervous, guys. Am I forgetting anything? I'm gonna give you guys a second to answer before I hit start here. All right. Positive. Let me just look with the scope real quick. Just a quick visual. Make sure nothing's knocked off. All those caps look good. No flux. Is there flux on there? I don't know. Is that flux? This got flux back here. Or that's just... That might be... It's just a little wet. Go for it. Alright, we got this. We did this. Oh, is that flux? It might be. We're gonna fire it up. Okay. Positive. 2 positive. Negative. 2 negative. Moment of truth, guys. There we go. 280, 286. Is that should be like 300, right? So we're different. Still not. It's hanging. She had an HDMI port change. Yes, I did the HDMI port on this a few weeks ago too. All right. So that was my first HDMI port that I did on this. So maybe I messed something up with that, but I did all diode readings on it after, and they all came out okay. So that was not ideal. I guess we could UART it again. I'm gonna try it again here. Maybe something with the battery coming out, the BIOS. Who knows? There we go. 290. 280. We're gonna quickly UART it, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I have a feeling there's something else wrong here. Let's turn that off. We're gonna UART it again. Son of a bitch. So I assume 290 is no good, right? It needs to go 300 at least, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, my soldering iron turned off again on me. Feels like it's hanging at 290 for too long. Usually drops down. Yeah, that. I watched a lot of Toltec Merc. You want to watch someone that knows how to fix stuff? Toltec Merc. Look him up. He is one of the reasons why I kind of started getting into. I bought a PlayStation 5 because I've seen a lot of his videos where he fixed these. And he just makes it look so easy. That guy is really good. Now I forget. It was green on the top or bottom. I think you said... So my green is TX. That needs to go on the top. Jerry Darby just subscribed. Thank you. Again, I bought this console without green is bottom, blue is top. Thank you. I bought this console with just to learn on, really. It was $150. It was pretty cheap on eBay. Power supply is good, so if I end up messing it up, I could sell that. I could sell the shell. I could probably part out the motherboard if I need to. But or if I don't get it working, I'm gonna message Toltec and have him look at it, because I know he could figure it out. And also, that Bluetooth module I got, it could be a bad one too. I bought it off AliExpress, and obviously it was used. So maybe I got a bad module. I don't know. I guess I would need a good one to test it. Or maybe those pads that ripped off actually need to be on there. When I'm done here tomorrow, I'm gonna go through and look up the board view and see how accurate all that stuff is. All right. Yeah, I mean, we're at 288. What? So we're different. It's different than before, at least. So we're at 286, 290. That should have went down by now. It's hanging. It's still hanging. Now it went down. What's going on here? All right. I guess I should clear them first, or we'll read them, see what happens. What did I do? We know which one you are. There we go. So it's still saying, or that could be an old error. What is this one saying now? So it's still saying a power short on the 5-volt line. Let me clear codes. Let me turn it off. So I gotta look up the 5-volt line and check all of them. Maybe it's one that I didn't check. I really don't know. Okay, we're hanging at 285 yet. 287, 288. That's not good. All right, now we're down. All right, we want read error codes. Run. Okay. APU data line short. That's not good. Power sequence error. EMC Bluetooth device not found. So it's still not finding the Bluetooth, and it's a short on the 5-volt line. Make that bigger so I could look at this later. All right, well, I didn't make any progress tonight, apparently. Well, we did remove a Bluetooth chip, we reballed it, and we reinstalled it, and coming up with the same error. So that tells me maybe it was not the Bluetooth chip. So I need to do a little more research. I appreciate all you guys hanging out. Wish I could have got a fixed console tonight, but Still learning here. But I will be back. I mean, I do have another chip to try. Where's my camera? I got another chip I could try. Could always be worse, yes. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You're not gonna fix everything you touch. Sure would like to though, but I'm going to do some research. I'll be back streaming maybe in a few days, maybe in a week. Never know. But appreciate you guys hanging out. Keep on learning, mate. Teaches newbies like me also. Yeah, not that. Thanks for hanging out, Daryl. We'll be back. Thanks, Andy Garza. Yeah. I will like I said, I don't know when I can stream. Usually you'll get like a 30-minute notification before I pop on. That's what I did tonight. So I don't know how that works with anyone that subs. If it tells you as soon as I say, hey, I'll be live in 30 minutes. No idea. But later.